Good Tuesday, everybody. It's your boy, Gorking. Oh gosh, my computer's on. Hold on. Okay, that's better. Cut through that little mishap. But how y'all doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hope you're all having yourselves a fine day. Sorry, just getting some stuff set and organized. Hello, hello. Waylon says, I ain't a herb. How do I know that? How can we really be sure at the end of the day? Okay. Alright. Back with Returnal! We're going after the keys. The keys to D's. Good to hear, Waylon, that you're doing well. Ow! Celine ain't after that little hit. That looked painful. Sorry, I was just checking. My oppa is German from Saxony, born... Oh. Well, there you go. I have a wee bit of German ancestry. Most of my European ancestry is English and Scottish. There we go. Okay. Through that, we got ourselves a wee key. That's a challenger. What do I have? Oh, I've got a hollow point. Hollow Seeker. Hollow Point. Hollow Seeker. Hollow Point Seeker, yeah. That's what it is, and it's totally Chad, y'all. Get him. Kill. Oh gosh. Needs to heal. Oh, that's cool. Eat it. Alright. There we go. Got that. Suck on that. Oh my gosh, there's more. Oof. Oh dear. I got kamikazed. Uh-oh. Dang it. I'm getting wrecked. Yeah, I didn't have nearly enough health for that. Well, that's cool, man. We've been sent back. Yeah, this, that stage you were on, that is, without question, the hardest stage in this game, I would say. No doubt. That's fine, that's fine. What we got to do is we got to build up, you know? We gotta get ourselves stronger. It gives you focus, makes you stronger. Oh my goodness. Dang it. There's so much variety. What's up, Cannoli? How you doing? Oh dear. Okay. We did it. We're suffering here a wee bit. We're not doing great to start, but you know, that's what happens. That's what happens. This is tough stuff. French, Irish, and ew, Canadian. Ugh, get out of my chat. I don't have any Canadian that I'm aware of. Hey, hosty. How you doing? I'm glad you designated everybody other than me a gay. I am but the and. I need a better gun. Definitely need a replacement weapon. I didn't really check to see what the effects of this could be. If it was medium, moderate, whatever. Ah, very high. Not ideal. Nope. That's good. Windseekers aren't too bad. I like Windseekers. We'll take it. Oh. Kill hostiles simultaneously. Until then, they leave acid. I'm mostly Spanish. Got a bit of German and Greek on the mother side. Nice. I heard about that. I really like The Gentleman. That's a bloody good film. I need to watch the show. I've heard the show is pretty cool. Suffer damage on long falls. Nah. I prefer not. Even for a greatly increased bit of health. Might be able to get that on our own. But yeah, I've got a whole lot of European lineage and a dash of African, like 1 or 2% of African, which not sure exactly what the rules are, but I figure that gives me 3 to 7 days per year where I'm allowed to say the N-word, I'm pretty sure. I think that's how that works. I mean, that's the percentage, right? That's representative of my lineage, you know? Can't overuse it. Can you get reparations? For what? No. No. A part of Africa? Benin and Togo / Kenya. Basically the areas of the slave trade. Okay. We can run on this now. Oh, wait, I thought I got a... Oh, no, that's ether. I'm retarded. I'm retarded. I do. I actually... Well, here's the weird thing, Hosty. So, according to what my brother found in our family tree, we also have slave owners in our background. We're part of that 5%. Really would have liked some of that to trickle down to me like they say it does, because that didn't happen. But not because I really want the advantage, but because I owe myself reparations. I mean, that's how it goes. I owe myself reparations, and you know, it's not a great place to be in, you know. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of options. Buy yourself a fine cup of coffee. That's the bad thing, though. I'm not much of a coffee drinker. So I feel like that's just putting a band-aid on a bigger problem, you know? You know? Bloody acid. Isawi, how you doing? Good to see ya. Yeah. I love how quickly we devolved into political incorrectness. Like, that took no time whatsoever. And it's just like, boom, 10 minutes in. So, what do you all think about reparations? I'm going to university next year. Oh, nice. Let's see. Auto repairs while at low integrity. Hostile leave about a pool of acid. I mean, it's redundant, but at the same time, I don't want to keep that around. I finally beat Mafia, the old country solid game, not breaking any new ground. The story was predictable, but it was still done well. That's cool. I have played a little bit of the first Mafia recently. I delved into that, did about 3 chapters. It's kind of basic GTA story-driven stuff so far, but not bad. I'm intrigued. I like what I've played from Blasphemous, but it can get very repetitive very quickly, and so it's like I'm liking it, not loving it so far. I love Mafia 1 and 2. Which version are you playing? It's the remake of the first one. Go down and whoop. And whoop. Here's some obolites. That's a nice little grab. Very high malignancy. Whoa. I'll take that. It was GTA before GTA, you know. What year did Mafia come out? I thought Mafia was post GTA 3. Okay, let's go this way. Man, I am still stuck with this bloody pistol. Mafia 1 was 2000. Really? Somebody look that up and look up the year GTA 3 came out. That actually that surprises me. I did not know that. Mafia 1 was 2002 to be precise. And what year wasn't GTA 3 like 2001? Now granted, that would mean they were probably being developed alongside each other. Hey Israel, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing? GTA 3 was 2001. Okay, so yeah, it came out first, but yeah, those would have been getting developed at the same time. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. I'm kind of surprised GTA was 97. Well, I'm specifically talking about GTA 3, though. So I know the old GTAs didn't have that structure we're so used to. Like, I know the original GTAs were obviously earlier. Oh my gosh, it came out of nowhere. There's another one. Did any of y'all ever play the what's it called? The Getaway. That was kind of the London Gang GTA 3 game, which actually wasn't half bad. That one was actually more of a harder version of GTA 3 as far as like it being more, more profane and the graphics looking better. Never heard of the Getaway. Wow, yeah. It's a PS2 era game. It's basically like if GTA 3's concept was put into a Guy Ritchie film. The graphics are significantly better than GTA 3 for that time, and it was much more, R-rated. Like GTA 3, even though we kind of look at it as, oh, it's an M-rated game, so if we actually put it up to movie standards, it'd probably be more something like a PG-13 type thing. Or, I mean, I could be wrong about that, but I'm trying to think of GTA 3 and, like, the kind of stuff they got away with in that game. And I can't remember if that was, just, like, right before, like, games started to, like, implement the F-word more often, or if it was right after. I can't recall. I know Vice City obviously did, but... yeah, it was more soft R, whereas The Getaway was much more of a hard R. Getaway wasn't bad, though. Wasn't half bad. It's weird, though. It's one of those games that, when it came out, everyone was like, holy crap, this game is graphically just so gorgeous. But then, you look at it now, and it's like, oh, wow, we had no idea what was coming. Which tended to happen generation after generation until about PS4, PS5. Because right now, like, that's not happening really all that much anymore. There's plenty of PS4 games that outstrip PS5 games and whatnot. It's not to say graphics have exactly peaked, but we're close. We're getting close. Yeah. And as far as games with old janky graphics are concerned, I mean, it's not too bad. Like, it's a better looking game overall, probably, than KOTOR. Definitely more than GTA 3. I don't remember how smooth the game is. Like, I want to say controls were kind of spotty at times, but for the most part, it was solid. I liked it. It's not as good a game. There's nowhere near the variety, but it was alright. I think it was more noteworthy at the time because it was the same kind of concept, but the graphics looked better, and people were like, oh my gosh, it's revolutionary. And then they played it and they were like, it's fine. Gosh, I am getting wrecked right now. I'm just gonna let nature take its course. There we go. We need to focus, y'all. We're getting wrecked in this early part. I think we would need to put one more ether in. Oh, hello, there you are. Got him. Definitely could benefit from another gun, though. And we might have one here. Please be a good one. Thank you. We'll take it. Shiloh Sanders got cut. Oh, okay. Well, isn't he the guy who, like, punched that dude during the preseason game or whatever? I have no idea how good or bad he was, so I don't know if that's genuinely noteworthy beyond the punch, or... or whatever. I know who Shador Sanders is, but if he got cut, I suppose that would be noteworthy. Yep, don't have enough for that, that's for sure. And what do we have here? Ah, even more my fave. Gotta tell y'all, I'm pretty glad that we're stopping Alien Earth after tonight, because that show's pretty dreadful. That is a terrible piece of garbage. Not fond of it. That'll mean I gotta start watching The Terminalist, which I am looking forward to. Heard that's pretty cool. Is Alien Earth doubling down on the Chris Hansen stuff after episode 3? I haven't seen episode 4 yet. Episode 4 comes out tonight, so... yeah, exactly. Does look good for that era. Okay, I think I'm... wait a minute. It's gonna go that way, but... hold up. Wait a minute. What is our most optimal path? Oh, gosh. Well, that was really stupid. I just looked at how many hours I've logged into Cyberpunk 250. Dang. My gosh. Yeah, we'll see how bad Alien Earth Episode 4 is tonight, I suppose. Like, there's part of me that is probably going to still, like, follow what's going on without actually watching it, because I'm curious about one of the theories that popped up that we had, so I'm curious if they'll go that far. Don't tell them I did 2 hours. I would have a hard time calculating my Mass Effect trilogy hours. Many times I've played those games. I would venture a guess that that's probably my most played group of games. Why would he say it to me? I didn't make it. Chris Hansen, oh no, it's a setup. Okay, doing a little bit better on this run, so that's good. Depends recent stream. Yeah, I told him that you liked it. I was on Enzo's channel earlier today. I popped in for about an hour or so. Gosh dang it. Yeah. Yeah, that little, like, I'll be honest, as bad as the rebranding is, their little message they put out afterwards annoyed me significantly more. What's up, Jalen? How you doing? I am criminally low on health, that's for sure. Nice. It's a nice trio of films. That is a good trio. Alright, there's that. Yeah. Looks like I got a little bit of health back on that kill. Not enough, though. It's still very low. I'll tell you one thing I am excited about. I am excited about the start of college football. You can do a... Which Gladiator? The one with... What, Gladiator? Did Gladiator get brought up? Oh, and... Oh, okay, so I didn't see Gladiator right there. Hopefully the good one. Alright, just gotta go into this room. Beats the Longhorns this year. It'd be cool to see them win it all. A&M is not gonna win it all. I'll play spoiler on that one. A&M ain't win it all. Texas maybe, but even if they beat Texas, I'm not gonna pick A&M to do that. Sorry. I have nothing for or against A&M. I just... History is a really good indicator of who's going to win. And I hate to tell y'all, but as much as I love the playoff format that they've incorporated, the rich have gotten richer in college football, and they're going to keep winning. So, whoever's going to win the title, probably going to be someone you've seen win it recently. Just saying. Texas is kind of, like, I would even argue Texas is kind of the exception in that regard, because Texas hasn't won a title in, what, like over 20 years? Like the boxing movie Gladiator, the one about the Roman Gladiators is overrated. I mean, I thought the boxing Gladiator was kind of okay. I think Crow's Gladiator is an immensely entertaining movie that has a lot of flaws. Like, I think Gladiator is on the low end of what we would maybe call a great movie. Could even make an argument that it's only very good. But I still really like it. I find it highly rewatchable. Although there's a lot of editing gaffes in Gladiator. There's actually quite a few editing gaffes in Crow's Gladiator. Some of the fight scenes, like, you can see, like, the sword is not stabbing the person, it's just going under their arm, and it's like I've noticed that for years. I was like, oh, that's not especially well done. I don't recall the extent, like, I've seen the extended edition, but I don't remember a ton about it. Like, there were a couple of parts in the extended edition I remember and thought they were okay, but I doubt... No, Michigan ain't gonna win. I don't think Michigan's winning. Certainly not this year. I mean, ever again? Yeah, they'll win at some point again. They're a great program overall. They're one of the winningest programs, if not the winningest program in college history. They're way up there, so... And they still have a high amount of prestige, and that matters, so... Just like Bama eventually will get back. It's like the director's cut of Alien. Interesting. I'm curious. I haven't watched Random Film Talks Aliens director's cut versus theatrical cut version. Is that a good video? I like Random, but I wasn't sure where he landed on that discussion. Jeez, 300's kind of a goofy movie. So is its sequel. And I mean, and I like Troy, but Troy's not better than Gladiator. Troy has got a lot of its own problems. Now, granted, and here's the other thing. It's Troy the director's cut that's solid. Like, the non-director's cut of Troy is like maybe just okay. But, I thought the director's cut was pretty good. But, no, I would not put it up there with Gladiator. It has plenty of its own problems. Troy is nowhere close, I'm sorry. It's like a 7. Gladiator's at least an 8, and I know that's just 1 point, but that's a... As far as how I score movies, that's a gulf. Is a director's cut in name only. The studio essentially demanded... Oh, wow, that's interesting. Well, no, I'm referring to the Aliens director's cut. Because I know one of the... I know the Aliens director's cut has, I think that with, Jalen, you're just on to one of your other bad takes. I'll just cut it off. This is just another bad Jalen take. I'm used to it. But, like, the Aliens director's cut obviously has the scene with Ripley, finding out about her daughter. It has the scene with the turrets, which, that scene's awesome. So, which I thought that's what the video was about. I thought it was Aliens, not the Alien. So what I've always heard is that most people are really high on the Aliens director's cut, which I like the Aliens director's cut. I like the additions to it. But the Alien one, I've mostly heard negative things about it, but I don't think I've ever seen the Alien director's cut myself. So I was a bit curious about that. But hearing if he doesn't like the Alien director's cut, I suppose that doesn't surprise me that much. Nope, don't have enough. Yeah, random someone who's a videography I'm kind of recently starting to get into, because I've known of him for a little while, but I haven't watched a ton of his stuff, but I definitely like a lot of it so far. Reaper's another one who I've been watching a decent amount lately. Reaper cracks me up. I mean, Reaper just in general cracks me up. I don't know if, Hosty, if you heard, like, Jay talking about a couple of weeks ago after Niat's show that Reaper was on, because Reaper wasn't feeling all that well. Me, Jay, and Reaper were backstage afterwards, and he was just, like, popping this, like, cold mess and just, like, riffing on it. It was hilarious. We were like, this is really funny, also slightly concerning. Okay. Oh, okay. So the video is about both director's cuts, or are you saying he has two separate videos? Because the one I was referencing, I had thought. I had to listen to it. I'm subbed to Reaper, actually. Oh, yeah. I like Reaper. I subbed to Reaper after his True Detective Season 4 video because I was laughing so hard. Okay, it's two separate videos. Okay, because the recent one is the Aliens one, right? That was the one I was referring to, and I was like, I could have sworn that one was about aliens, but okay. I guess it would make sense that he has one about both. That to make sense. Or to make a lot of sense. Boo. Alright. I'm currently working on my own little script on top of editing the War of the Worlds watch along, which was hilarious. I'm currently working on a video about a subject that people have heard me talk about before. I'm looking into doing videos that challenge narratives about certain films, and I'm tackling one where my opposing take is pretty well known. Also, on the relaunched movie channel, my Aladdin video is now back up, so there's that. That is a sturdy boy. Shoot him! And then the Terminator video will be back up next week. Okay, oh gosh, there's another. And Pat's also had a season ended with injury. Hang on, I'll have to catch up with your chats because I know you had another. I think Joe Burrow is in for another slump of a season. Their lines in the preseason were absolutely pathetic. I agree. Oh, dude, Yojimbo is fantastic. He shot... Oh, he should leave the team. I mean, he's under contract for a while, but I think eventually Burrow will end up on another team. That's my guess. That is my guess. Eventually, Burrow's going to be with another team. And I won't blame him. Because Cincinnati is not a well-run team, unfortunately. Oh! Falls cause damage. Any fall? Jeez. That sucks. I'm going to have to kill 15 enemies right quick, won't I? Okay, that fall didn't cause nothing. So... Alright. Damage! I don't think I can get in here yet. Nope. Really wish you could make that upgrade permanent, where you break through the orange wall. That would be a good permanent upgrade. Nah. Oh, actually, maybe I'll do it. What the heck? Gosh, they have to make it hurt badly. They have to make it hurt really bad. There's something. Bit of a proficiency upgrade, we'll take it. Yes. You said somebody from the Pats had a season ending. Are you referring to Jalen Polk? Because I heard about his, but I didn't care about it because I was like, Jalen Polk is terrible. But if it's somebody more recent, then I'm not aware. Hopefully no one else. Oh gosh, dang it. Got stabbed. Oh. It's like, oh dear. I'm not seeing anything about a recent injury, so I'm assuming maybe it is Kyle Duggar who you were talking about. Well, not Kyle Duggar. Kyle Duggar's the person whose news I just saw, but Jalen Polk. Duggar was somebody that there was a lot of questions about whether he would make our roster because he signed a contract last year, and right now he doesn't look like he's worth it. But he appears to be on track to make it, just barely. Increase weapon damage by 100%, but it inhibits movement. Interesting. I'll be honest, I'm not super familiar with this power. I don't know if I've gotten it that many times, if at all. Interesting. Travis Kelce got engaged? Yeah, I saw, and I don't care. I'm like, good, now retire, leave. Nobody wants you around anymore. I don't care about you or Taylor. I would prefer you all be gone. Like, I will be happy he retires if that simply means we won't have to hear a bunch about Taylor Swift anymore, because, ugh, I'm like, we should be doing a better job of gatekeeping Taylor Swift fans out of NFL circles altogether. They're idiots. And Taylor's not so fun herself. I don't particularly like her. Let's see. Oh, I hope their marriage works out too. That way she doesn't rope in another NFL player after her. Yeah, I was getting that news. They were like, oh my, like they literally, like ESPN.com featured their engagement as front page breaking news, and I'm like, I don't freaking care. That should be added to the side headlines. That's kind of pathetic. I was like, you have this as the headline on your website? That is embarrassing. But then again, ESPN is pretty embarrassing in general these days, so maybe it fits. Maybe it fits. And I'm just like, seriously, NFL? I don't give a rat's rear hole about an aging NFL player in his engagement to an aging pop star. Don't. Go. The one thing I'd be worried about if I were Travis is like, gosh, you're marrying her at 35? I don't know about you all, but Taylor doesn't strike me as the type of lady who's going to stay beautiful for a long time. I don't think she's like super gorgeous now. She's obviously attractive, but I foresee a wall in her future. And it's likely to come sooner rather than later. That's all I'm saying. It's like, maybe you should have put a ring on that a few years ago? She will if she takes care of herself. That does not always matter. That doesn't always matter. Age, it's like age is age. I mean, especially for women. It is hard for women to stay beautiful for long, even if you're in good shape. You might look good for your age, but you're still going to age. Exactly. I mean, there's a few fortunate ones. I'd say she has okay genes. I don't think she's like a 10. I think she's like a 7. I know it can happen. I'm just saying she does not strike me as the type. She strikes me as the type who is, we're going to see some age. And that's fine if you age. And here's the thing, if she ages gracefully, that's fine. She doesn't get all that plastic surgery nonsense done. That'll be a big bonus, because then you can look like an attractive older woman. Your odds will definitely go up in that department if you do that. But we know in Hollywood the temptation to start getting work done, it tends to happen quick. It's now calling the loser an ignoramus. It now says, no reason to be embarrassed. Boo! The ignoramus is always like one of the best things. I love the ignoramus. To hell with Cracker Barrel now. If I can't go to Cracker Barrel and be an ignoramus, then I'm not going. And that's that. There we go. Okay. Waffle House was always better, so I don't care. I mean, I'll be honest, the Waffle Houses in my area suck, but I'm not a big Waffle House person, but whatever. I'll be honest, I don't go to restaurants or eat fast food all that much anymore, so I haven't eaten fast food in over 2 months, and haven't gone to a restaurant over 2 months. But still, you know, having the option out there would have been nice. You know I was never against Cracker Barrel. It's like, jeez, guys, come on. Why you gotta do that? I haven't eaten fast food since yesterday. Oh my gosh. Day sober-ish. Let's go. Alright. This is what I'm talking about. Boost that health. My integrity has increased. Doing better on this run, that's for sure. And it's back. Do not reject mail-in ballots due to incorrect or missing dates. There shouldn't be mail-in ballots, period. There's something we could use some executive orders on, is to get rid of mail-in ballots, except for like the highest of exceptions. Yeah. Military or stuck in a hospital, right? Okay, we can't get in there, obviously. Can do that. And that boosts our health a little bit more. I don't especially love this ability, so I'm fine with it. Voting is cringe and gay. Break wall, break. Yes. Agreed, agreed, agreed. Also, you have to bring a sacrifice. I think that should be the other requirement. You have to mail in a sacrifice. Nothing too extravagant, you know, you don't have to go crazy with it. It doesn't have to be like a... Like I said, nothing too extravagant. Just need to find the switch. There it is. Hello. Open up, my little brother. I mean, if you think he's a worthwhile sacrifice, I suppose. It's like you just get Well, here's the real question. It's not so much would he work, it's do you have a big enough box? It doesn't have to be 16 Thistlever. No. I mean, here's the thing. Maybe we can make that kind of a down payment to have the permanent, right? It's like, okay, look, like you show up, it's like you mail in your ballot and they're like, oh, somebody mailed it in without all these requirements, and they're like, they see the little 16 stamp, and like, oh no, he's the 16 Thistle version variety. Okay, we're good. He's one of them. He's one of those high class voters. Oh, that's good. If you got a box big enough, yeah. Your brother wakes up with you like taping him into a box, and he's like, "What's going on?" It's like, hey, don't worry about it. It's just I gotta vote. It's like, look, I don't make the rules. Yeah, I saw the Scarlett Johansson thing. I was just like, what? The sacrifice doesn't have to be in one piece? Well, no. I mean, eventually it won't be anyway, so... I mean, if you've done part of the work for them, as long as you keep it well preserved, it'll count. It's just going to cost more to ship it, probably, because it's going to be in multiple packages. Unless you're doing that to consolidate and make it fit into a package. That's good strategy, Waylon. I don't even know how you could argue against that strategy. I feel like that should be adopted as permanent practice, you know? Ain't nothing platonic about that, Scarlet. Yeah, really. That's Pedro Pascal levels of platonic. That's a top-notch gore joke for sure. I mean, you can't call it a gore joke. I mean, that was yours. I like the Electropian driver, but you got the higher level carbine, so no. We got some ether though. Ether's good. Moderate. There we go. Translocation sphere. Translocation? What do you mean, like a clinic? An energy barricade, which is, sorry, kind of useless. Not a fan of these. They don't do a lot, so you're just wasting space. How easy it is for enemies to get around that thing? Okay, so... Alright, back up again. That's nice, we'll take it. I'm seeing this. Ah, it's underwater, isn't it? I want to go underwater. And I don't have a key. Dag nabbit. It's no fair. Oh well. Nothing to be done for it. I guess we'll move right along, y'all. Certainly doing better on this run. So just gotta keep pressing on. We're not far from another health upgrade also. And what do we got? 300 plus obolites, so might be able to buy ourselves an astronaut here in a bit. Blue. Let's blow all these up. See if we can get anything out of them. Oh, he's definitely got something. What are you hiding? Money! I do like that there's still currency systems on these, in these games, because it's just like, see, even aliens know that capitalism is awesome. We're gonna up our health. Those are support boulders. They were before I blew them up. We got here, fixes or prevents one malfunction, detaches afterwards, just repair finishes by 30%. Capitalism always wins, right? Even on the alien world, they're like, socialism? Gay. Wow. Now we have a key. Should we go back? We have to go back! Let's head on over here. Oh, we can't really go back to that place because we came down. Don't you just love the trope of an alien race being homogenized space comedy? Right? It's dumb. As though that's ideal. It's like, maybe that's why no one's ever going to really meet any aliens, because you find out, wow, all these alien races really tried the space commie thing and they all died out. Maybe we should learn something, y'all. Okay, did we get them all? Did we get them? We did it! Let's see, you're saying that when Nadia is the one talking sense, we're in trouble. I saw this commie post on X. Kid offered me $20 to mow my lawn. I paid him $120 for my lawn, and 4 of my neighbors then charged the neighbors $100 each for lawn care. Capital. It's like, what? There really are a lot of people that get involved in discourse that have no business talking about anything. Like, I posted a tweet yesterday, and Israel knows this, because, like, there's fear going around that the WNBA is going to go on strike in October because their collective bargaining agreement deal expires. And I joked, I said, oh no, what will the owners do with all that money they're saving? And most of the people who have seen it, it appears, really like the comment. A lot of people think it's really funny. It's got like 2,000 likes right now, and most people who have commented on it have thought it was pretty good. But there's a couple people in there who think, oh, you're just being sexist or whatever. And one guy at least tried to engage. It seemed a bit honestly at first, but he wasn't providing like data and stuff like that because I was like explaining the joke to him. So I was like, look, you know, the WNBA is operated at a loss every year. Every single year. And he just could not get that through his head. And he got, I guess, agitated. He's like, well, if you don't care about, like, the position of the players, and I was like, why should I care about their position? I was like, they don't have any leverage. I was like, they don't have a lick of leverage in this. 22 years? Longer than that. They've been around since, like, 96, I think? So it's close to 30. They've been around for a little while now. And have never operated a profit. Like, even with, like, with revenue going up, the cost is still too, like, their revenue is going up, but the problem is that their costs are also going up, and their costs are going up at a rate that still well exceeds the revenue stream. Like, they operated at a $50 million loss last year. It's because they're not getting ratings still. It's like they're getting better ratings, but they're adding costs too, and they keep expanding the league and stuff, and I'm like, gosh, you're all thinning this league out. You're all making moves that a wealthy league might make, but it's like, don't understand this. And this guy, he was like, well, if you don't even support the player stance, why are you even commenting on this? You know, it sounds like you're just dick riding billionaires. And I was just like, you don't have to side with billionaires to understand that they don't have any bargaining power. I was like, I'm not sympathetic to the WNBA position because they have no monetary value. It's like, this is the entertainment industry. You have to profit to have value. You don't. It's like they don't have any. That's just objectively true. You know, and when you throw around the word misogynist, and I'm like, you want to know who the real misogynists are against the WNBA? Women. They don't watch. Yeah, and I was like, that's the other reason to comment. Because I was like, yeah, I'll tell you why I commented. Because 2,000 likes, fool. I'm just like, wow, the amount of people in this world wasting our oxygen. Just tools of the machine, so I don't care. Yeah, I mean, it's like if the WNBA could operate on its own, good for them. Guess what? They require subsidization to work. It's like, if you want to know the true value of the WNBA, let them fend for themselves without the NBA and see what happens. They're like, well, then why do they operate, huh? Well, why do they get them going? I was like, you're aware of what a tax write-off is, don't you? You know what that is, right? It's like, whatever team owners are able to make off of WNBA teams, I assure you, it's not because of the players. It's not because of them. Oh. Oh, I'm fine. Come back here. There we go. Now we got one more round. Let me see a little challenge arena. What's this? A weapons. Got two of those now. Oh my goodness. Wow. like what Andrew Wilson was saying earlier today. It's like, you know what, ladies, just submit to patriarchy and realize you need us. Just come on. It'll go much better for you. Proximity mine, that could be interesting. Wilson had an awful take today. He was defending, the cops arresting a little girl for defending herself because they voted for it. I'd have to look up exactly what you're talking about to see the context behind it. Heck, if you can find it, go ahead and message me that. I'd be interested in looking at that, because I feel like a lot of people project things onto his takes that aren't what he said. Like, he's kind of, one thing that I have in common with him is I tend to try to say exactly what I mean, but people try to read into it, and I'm like, no, I've included all I mean, so you don't have to do that. So I would want to see that in its entirety. Like I said, if you could send me that, I'd want to read that myself, and then maybe disseminate the information. So I think I know what you're referring to, but I haven't read it all the way through. But what I read of it, I was like, I'm not sure that's exactly what he meant. Like, from what I was reading of that, if it's the same thing, he wasn't defending the action. He was basically saying, if you're all up in arms about it, just know that you're the cause of it, basically. It seemed like that was more his point. But again, I'd have to read it to be sure. Alright, what we got here? Looks like nothing. I'll tell you this also, as far as my gaming stream goes, I'm going to try to get on a more set schedule here, hopefully starting next week, but so that way I can make this more of an appointment viewing than just random. Dang it. No. No. We'll go ahead and deposit. Oh, you mean the guy who, like, beat the living crap out of the wrestler in the ring? Yeah, I saw it. That was really messed up. Do we actually even know the status of the guy he beat up? I mean, I wasn't sure if he was even medically out of the woods yet. But yeah, it's like, that's attempted murder at the very least as far as I'm concerned, and if he doesn't make it, full-blown murder. And I think you could make an argument it's premeditated. He still hasn't been arrested. How? I mean, I know that, like, sporting events have certain laws attached to them that prevent, like, if there's a fight in a hockey game, there's obviously laws around hockey games to where you obviously can't get in trouble for getting into a fight the way you would if you were to do that on the street. And I'm like, gosh, are they saying that those laws are going to keep him... Oh, he fled the scene? Oh. But yeah, and I was like, I saw that and I was like, okay, that's... Yeah, it's Rampage Jackson's son, yeah. I mean, granted, it's like if there's some context to that situation that I'm missing where the guy did something to him, like, in that moment, that caused him to defend himself, that'd be one thing, but I saw nothing of the sort, so I was like, this looks like premeditated attempted murder, at minimum. But yeah, that was pretty wild. Hit him with a prop beer can. So yeah, so in other words, did what wrestlers have been doing for freaking years. A pretty typical part of it. Get us some money. Money. Oh yeah, so did any of y'all happen to catch Mahler's announcement on the EFAP anniversary about what is... Because he revealed what his next video is going to be. Not when it's coming out, but holy crap, the length of that video, when he said how long that video has gotten, I was just like, good Lord, that's insane. He shared a snippet of it that I was like, yeah, that's pretty fun, I like it, I'll watch it, but oh my gosh, I was like, that is a monster of a project, even for him. So, if you watch the last, I want to say it's the last. Okay, so they did their anniversary EFAP this past weekend, where they do like the 24-hour EFAP. No, it's not The Force Awakens, though it is Star Wars related. But he's been working on this project, I'm pretty sure, for about a year, and he announced it during the last hour of the anniversary stream. He's doing a video on Star Wars Outlaws and how broken and awful that game is. And from what he said, it's over 13 hours long at the moment. I was like, holy crap. Yeah, it's like he has been gathering footage for a very long time now, and I was like, jeez. But he shared a snippet of it. It was like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes long. And I was like, okay, yeah, it looks fun, looks entertaining, but holy crap, that's long. Like, usually I watch his videos at work, because I work a 12-hour shift, and I was like, yeah, I've got time to watch this. And I was like, I actually won't be able to finish that video in a single shift, holy crap. Yeah, brevity is not... That's not what he goes for, which that's fine. I'm pretty detailed myself. I have a hard time making short videos. It would take me a week to finish that video. Yeah, just think of how long it takes to make it. But I mean, yeah, a lot of people have been wondering, it's like, when's this next video? And it's like, oh, that's why we haven't gotten one. It's like, oh, it's because this next one is more than twice, is like twice the length of the Doctor Strange one. Longevity, not brevity. Or levity. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, but yeah, he was like, look, I can't tell y'all exactly when it's coming out. But yeah, he's like, that has been consuming my time for... Because yeah, he's been gathering footage for it for a long time. Like, he watched and took notes during his friends' playthroughs, all that, and I was like, dang. I hate those things. Well, you say ever. I can't put anything past him as far as ever is concerned. I mean, I know he doesn't, like, consistently try to one-up himself. I don't think that's part of what he's going for. I just think his attitude is, hey, however long it takes is how long it takes. I will say exactly what I mean to say, period, no matter how long that takes. I'm like, alright. Well, that's the other thing. He actually, I think, did write a comic recently as well, so he's also had time to do that. Which I'm pretty sure has his actual name attached to it. I can't remember exactly what his first name is, but it sounded very Welsh. It was one of those Welshy sounding names. No, not quite that Welsh. It more like one of, you know, like sometimes you'll see like a name we know, but you'll see it spelled in a way we're not used to, like Owen or something like that will be spelled with like an E or something, and you're like, what the heck? It was like that. Ooh, an obolite extractor. Nice. Take it. He's all squiddy. Ow. Alright, there's that. No. Dropped obolites lasts 3 seconds longer. That's kind of neat. Don't need too many more to get the obolite extractor, which that'd be pretty good. Get some money, do some upgrades, you know? Alright. That's good. Let's see if we can find anything else. Nerfing, nerfing, nerfing. I mean, I suppose maybe they do, but, you know, for some of us, that is intuitive. I don't need the Welsh to show me why. Hello? What was the cost of that thing? 125 or 150? I think it was 125. I hope it was 125. I can go ahead and buy it. It was indeed. I'll take it. Now they last longer. Good stuff. Oh. Okay. Uh-oh, there's another. Not so bad when there's cover around. And there's another one. Good. Good, good, good. Finally, better gun. We needed it. Today, 5 years ago, Kyle Rittenhouse was born. The legend. Yeah. Oh, I like this kind of Hollow Seeker. I hate sheep. They stink. They're dumb. They're too dang loud. No wonder the Welsh get confused. Okay, yeah. Maybe that is why. So I have been rewatching, and Israel, you'll be, I guess, curious about this, I suppose. I've been, I just rewatched Breaking Bad all the way through, and now I'm watching Better Call Saul. I'm pretty firm now in the stance that Breaking Bad's better. I think Better Call Saul has more episodes that I think it's a little bit, I think it's a good deal slower. Like, I think the second season of Better... If I were to stack all the seasons up against each other, I'd say Season 2 of Better Call Saul is the weakest of all of them. And I think there's a good amount of Season 3 that takes a little while for things to take off, but at the same time, I think it's an excellent show overall. It's still way better than most stuff out there, but all the same, it's like Breaking Bad I definitely think is better. I'm very firm on that now. I'm like, yeah, Breaking Bad's a better show. But Better Call Saul, still excellent. Still genuinely excellent. In no way is that meant as a slight. It's just stacking them up side by side. I'm like, okay, yeah, I have clarity on that now. And I was curious. I was curious about that. Yeah. Has there been an update in that case? What's going on with that? Definitely not grabbing that. That's almost certainly going to just inflict damage. That's one of those items I think they probably could have worked the balance out a little bit more. I want additional kill cartoon, which you drop out, it's just 2 cents long. I'm already doing that. Yes, I've been reviewed. Komodo looks guilty of premeditated. Yeah. And another health upgrade. Nice. And Breaking Bad is superior, but by how much? That is the question. Yeah, it's a fair question to ask. I mean, like I said, I'm more as far as when I rate stuff, like numerical systems are kind of annoying to me anymore. Not useless, but like I still have a good amount of Better Call Saul to go. So when I'm through with all of it, I'll better assess like exactly what distinction I would get it. Like if Breaking Bad's a masterpiece, I'm like, okay, so what is Better Call Saul? Is it also a masterpiece? Is it a flawed masterpiece? You know, what are we talking? I would say at minimum we know it's great, but even that feels like it's probably not doing it enough justice. Boosh, I object. And why is that? Because it's devastating to my case. Overruled. Good call. Okay, so I actually meant to grab this. That was actually what I intended. I hit the wrong one. Well, pooey. Need 133 to get that. I don't necessarily have to get it, but I don't have a ton of health for what's coming, so it behooves me to continue. Try to heal. Let's try to heal. I think what he needs is the offices of blah blah blah. I gotta tell you, dude, the weather here is very pleasant at the moment. It's in the mid-70s today. It's like we're already starting to get some early fall weather over here, and I'm like, oh, glorious. Love it. A prolonged fall season would be just wonderful. I'd be so happy. Nice. I'm glad it wasn't just myself and Whitey. I would assume White Bear had a good weather since he and I are more or less in a similar region. What we got here? Do I think it's better than Justified? At the moment, no. At the moment, no. I would put Justified over it. But you gotta see Justified, dude. Justified's, so good. He asked about Justified specifically, though, because he knows that Justified's like my second favorite show, though. That's why he asked. Moderate? Good. Didn't get any. 95 here. We already walked twice today, and I'm taking her to dinner. She's an itty-bitty puppy. Oh. That's nice. It's nice. So gotta see The Sopranos and The Wire too. I haven't watched all of The Sopranos either. I think I've watched season 1 of The Sopranos, but I haven't watched any more because I don't own it. I don't have HBO, all that. So I'd have to go a little bit out of my way through other sources to see it, and part of me would prefer not to go that route. But I would recommend getting back into it, Bush. Better Call Saul, after Season 3, or even during Season 3, I would say, goes from really good to genuinely excellent. Like, I would say it takes a little bit longer to really get going, though I think the first 3 seasons are, for the most part, better on rewatch. Second season, maybe not. Second season's not bad, it's just second season's about as good on rewatch as it is the first time. But most of Better Call Saul is better on rewatch, and seasons 4, 5, and 6 are outstanding. Like, they're really good. Killed, you drop 50% more on blights, which I've already got that, I think. Increase weapon damage, which I can't get yet. Or the Visceral, 35% chance for hostiles to explode upon death. Why would I want that? I guess that means they'd be a hazard to other ones. Alright, Waylon, have a good one. Take it easy. I think Season 4, Better Call Saul is the best. I mean, I'll probably have a clearer picture of which one I think is the best after I'm through with it. I'm actually very close to what many regard as the best episode of Better Call Saul, Chicanery. I think I'm like 2 episodes away from that, which that's in Season 3. But yeah, I am looking forward to that episode, because that's quite... Like, that was the first episode of the show where I was like, wow, okay, this show can really can really hit those high notes the way Breaking Bad did. Like, I would say, like, as far as, like, if there's a negative to the early seasons of Better Call Saul, I would say it's pacing more than anything else. I think the character work is really good. But the stories tend to be a little bit more drawn out because a lot of it starts off as legalese. With Kim, and Chuck was forced out of the firm, not in that order. Yeah, it sounds like it's about three. Yeah, it sounds like what's going on in the first 3 seasons, basically. But once you get past season 3 and Jimmy becomes more Saul, like, that's when things, like, I think really ratchet up. But yeah, those first 3 seasons, like, pacing can be a bit of an issue, but I still would say it's really good overall. And there are episodes that are excellent. Funny thing is, though, even though, like, the early seasons aren't as good as the later seasons, those early seasons do still have some of the best episodes. So at the very least, you're getting to build towards something. I remember people telling me it was going to be a comedy. I never thought Saul was goofy in Breaking Bad. He was funny, made quips with Cookie, but he wasn't a clown. I think losing his mind. Yeah, and yeah, that's the thing too. Is like, I think people mistook Jimmy or Saul for a clown. I'm like, well, no, he's kind of more of a slime ball who has a funny side to him, and don't get me wrong, I do think he's really funny, but it's more he's got great wit to him. He's sharp, but it's not like, oh, it's a goofball comedy and stuff. I actually thought a lot of the stuff that happened around Jesse and Walt was funnier, for the most part. But I think that's kind of what's fun about Breaking Bad, is there is a good amount of humor throughout the show, for the most part. Like, even an episode as dark and messed up as Ozymandias has some comedy in it. Whew, glad I didn't lose my health there. That would have sucked. Yeah, and he's not, like, irredeemably bad. It's like he ends up doing some truly awful stuff, but he turns out to be an incredibly interesting character. Alright. Yeah, I was telling Vex Cannoli and Whitey the other day, I was like, the fact that we actually got 12 seasons worth of material in the same universe that is this high quality is kind of insane. Like, that's legitimately insane. I really don't know of a show that, at least a show with a shared universe, because really they feel like a continuation of each other, or at least, I mean, I don't know of anything quite like it. You probably could make that argument. There is, I mean, Walt has his fair amount of nuance, but there is a lot of, I think Walt's less conflicted than Jimmy. Like, he's far more prone to wanting to do the right thing, whereas Walt more just has to accept what he is, and he's a really bad guy. And you kind of know from early on what's driving him, and it stays very consistent. Whereas Goodman, you know, it's like he's kind of at war with himself pretty much throughout. But yeah, it's good stuff. It's really good stuff, gotta say. I'm very pleased with where those two shows ultimately went. That's understandable. Lalo's excellent. Gosh, what a great villain he turned out to be. I didn't know what to expect from him when he showed up, but then when you kind of piped up early on when I was watching it and said he was your favorite villain, I was like, really? Like, I'll be honest, when he first showed up, I didn't even get the impression immediately that he was going to be a villain mainstay. I was just like, okay, there's this guy. Wonder who he is. Then he turns out to be like really freaking scary. Like, I'm still not totally sure where I would rank him personally, but he's way up there for sure. Lalo's awesome villain. Lalo is Pena? I don't know, is that the actor who plays him? I don't know the actor's name, honestly. He's not the guy from, Far Cry, if that's who you're referring to. That's a Nacho, but... I mean, the... Crazy guy's not really narrowing it down very much. I was pretty confident. Well, yeah, I mean, his character's written great. I mean, I think that's a fair assumption with any mainstay character on Breaking Bad, is you're going to love their character to some extent, or appreciate them at the very least. Lalo's the... yeah. Like, Lalo is, like, evil. He's smart, psychotic, charming. He's almost kind of like the show's Hans Landa-like character, where he's very charming, but, like, evil, intelligent. It's like, he's that guy where, like, anytime he's in the room, you're like, oh crap. Like, what's gonna happen now? A bit of a sociopath. Yeah. Yeah, a bit. A bit. That's one of the kind words you could use for him. Like, Werner Ziegler was fantastic. Yeah. I'll tell you this one, like, I have a theory, that Gilligan and the other guy who's involved in the show's creation created the Kettlemans, and the wife in particular, so everyone would look back and say, you know what, maybe Skylar wasn't so bad. Because that woman is, I think, arguably the most hateable character, and I mean that in a good way. I mean, she's well written to be that way. She's not implausible or badly written, it's just like, but she is, I think, perhaps the easiest character to hate. Maybe in the whole show. What was her name? Betsy Kettleman? Yeah, it's like, she's... ugh. I was like, I hate this woman. She's horrible. I mean, granted, you could watch the Whatever podcast and you'd see, like, 6 versions of her at the table, but she's like, them kind of roll up in one. People hate Skylar about that. Yeah, I don't hate Skylar. I think people are extreme with their position on her. I certainly don't look at her as merely a victim. I think that she's more complex and more at fault than a mere victim, but I think she's very well written, and I quite like her. Betsy Kettleman is freaking hot. You think so? I wouldn't describe her that way. I'm not saying she's ugly, but hot? I wouldn't call her hot. Not my type of hot. Like if we were going for like hot figures on Breaking Bad, like she wouldn't make like she wouldn't make my own list. Like obviously the principal at like Walt's school, she would obviously be up there. She's Carmen. I was like, yeah, she's hot. I'd call her hot. You know, Jane, she was pretty hot. What was his Andrea was pretty. I don't know about hot, but pretty. Although the actress who plays her is a lesbian and cut her hair off like typical lesbians do, so she's not particularly hot now. But I'm trying to think of what other characters would maybe fit that bill. Yeah, I've never thought of Betsy Kettleman as hot. I was like, She's certainly not hot enough to where I would be looking at a woman like her and thinking, I could fix her. I would be more like, nah, I'll avoid. Definitely not enough hotness to where I would even give that a chance. Like, to me, hot is gonna make me think, can I put up with the crazy? With her, I would say not so much. She's not ugly, though. I mean, I don't think she's ugly. It's just... I wouldn't kick her out of the house. Well, I wouldn't kick her out of the house for her looks. I might for her behavior. But as far as the way she's written, I'm just like, I really hate this one. She's horrible. She can stay, but she can sleep on the couch. Alright, there we go. A health boost. That's good. What just he hooked with that got him out of jail while being interrogated by Hank? Oh, Wendy? Oh, yeah. I mean, Wendy. I obviously figured you were kidding. I hope so. It's like, Jesse definitely likes them older women sometimes. I'm like, really? Wendy? Wendy? Really? I mean, Wendy in her younger days might not have looked bad, but... even that, I'm like, okay. Oh no, I knew you were kidding. I knew you were kidding. I figured. Greatly increase max integrity, greatly increases melee. Cool. Nah, not worth the trade-off. Not worth it. Nope, 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 nope. Negatory. We have a key. Get rid of these guys first. Oh gosh, where's he coming from? Well, part of why Chuck is a is a character that's easy to hate is because he's kind of the Pharisee of the show. It's like, I do genuinely think he cares about his brother, and he is very right about him. But the thing that Chuck doesn't ever realize before it's, you know, at any point really, even before it's too late, Chuck doesn't realize that he, in many ways, is what could keep his brother on the straight and narrow. Like, if he wasn't working to undermine him at all, you know, at any point, it's like, wow, he actually could amount to something. It's like, it's kind of the self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like, your perception of him and the way you behave in anticipation of it kind of is what enables that to occur. Like, he doesn't ever quite realize that he could help his brother become better. He's in a lot of ways like kind of the male Skylar of the show, but I think he's a easier character to dislike because there's that key fundamental aspect where it's like, dude, you could help your brother stay on this path if you just weren't trying to work against him as often as you did. Let's see, it's 6 o'clock. I'll probably have to wrap up around 6:30-ish. So. Oh, we're good for now. We're good for now. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Nope, don't want it. Don't want it. Don't need that. But I'll say this, the guy who's playing Chuck, his name escapes me, but I've seen him in other stuff before. Actually, a movie I grew up with as a kid, Short Circuit 2, he's in that. Like, I remembered him from that, and I was like, wow, this guy actually can really act. He's another one of the guys from this show who I'm kind of miffed never won, like, an Emmy for his work. Because Lord knows a lot of people in that show deserved Emmys that never got them, but I kind of think the bias that was orchestrated against that show was because of how successful Breaking Bad was. They were like, oh, well, we've given you enough. And I'm like, you know, you could, I don't know, try judging on merit. You know, there's always that path, you know. It's unconventional, but it's a thing you can do, I'm just saying. Oh dear. I got stuck there too. Well, I mean, that's pretty much true of most actors anymore, so it comes with the territory. Though it was fun covering The Fugitive last night in part because it's always fun looking back and saying, hey, look, Nick Searcy's in this movie. He's actually a very ardent conservative. And he's in Justified and is one of the best characters. So there you go. You can watch Justified, and if you love it, you get to love it knowing that there's at least one very conservative person on that show. And while I would guess Timothy Olyphant is probably liberal, he's not a hardcore lefty as far as I've seen. He doesn't act retarded or anything. So there is at least that. In fact, I would probably say the most politically outspoken person on Justified is a conservative. Although it's worth keeping in mind for Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, Vincent Gilligan, I'm fairly certain is conservative. He's quiet about his politics, but I'm pretty sure he's conservative. He might be libertarian, but I don't know that for sure, but I'm pretty sure he's described himself as relatively conservative. Yep, James Woods too. And James Woods is a phenomenal actor. Alright, got that. Now, what's in here? That's tempting. It's one spot down, but let's see it real quick. Gosh, and that's a lot of ammo for it too, for one of these. If it was one of the 2 shots, Self-aim extractor. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this. That means it. Pretty sure that means it'll heal. It will heal. Oh, nice. That's what I'm talking about. What's this? What's this? Cleanse? We'll cleanse. Up our health. Why not? Why not? Could we consider Chuck to be a villain? No. I don't think it'd be fair to call him a villain. I think it's fair to call him an antagonist. Because that is his... The nature of his role is to be an antagonist to Jimmy. Now, Jimmy is by no means a hero, despite being the protagonist. That's one thing that people sometimes will conflate, is antagonist and villain. It's like, no, you can have a hero... You can have a decent person as an antagonist. And that's basically what, that's what Chuck is. I would not call him a villain. I wouldn't call him a hero either, to be sure. It's like, I wouldn't call him heroic. He's got his own flaws. Telling you though, dude, you've gotta get into Justified. Justified is so much fun. I really love that show. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Okay, let's go to our fabricators. See what we got. Oh wait, nope, not there, not there. There we go, right through here. This is going to be over 300, so we don't have enough for that, but we have enough for the astronaut, and that's what we want. It sucks Aaron Paul can't get any more amazing roles. I feel like Jesse is this one-hit wonder. I think there's a good chance that once Hollywood is kind of over trying to make him a lead and realizes that he's better as a supporting actor, his career could get, could go off again. But that's the realization they need to come to, is he's not a leading man. He's a supporting actor. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But that's what he is. Alright, got that guy. Yeah, I heard he was good in Westworld. It's just, you know, obviously that show couldn't keep up its quality. Is it? I was curious about that documentary. If you're a commie who joined Al-Qaeda and hates puppy. Dang. Yeah, I never watched Westworld, so that's one of those shows that I'm like, yep, that's why I typically wait on TV shows. I wait for a few seasons to see if they stay good and stay on the air, and then we'll see. And from everything I heard, that show got a lot worse. Though anthology shows are the nice exception because their seasons just play out. That story's over. We go with that. Nadia, how you doing? I was actually hearing Nadia's voice a lot earlier. So I'm editing her voice I'm editing her voiceover in the watch party at the moment. It's the Chronicles of Nadia. Creepy. It's really just kind of weird because one thing I do to edit it faster and in a less distracted way is I isolate everyone's audio by itself, and that way I can just cut around the parts where you speak, because whenever you speak, I have to light up your avatar manually. So that's basically what I'm editing around, but it's funny because everybody who I do that to, it's like I'm listening to you all respond to nothing. Let me just say this. Michael Irvin was a knucklehead and absolutely crazy. Yeah, I could have told you that. I grew up hearing about a lot of his antics, so yeah, I was well aware of that. I was well aware of his knuckleheadedness. Heck, Norm Macdonald even used to joke about the Dallas Cowboys, like, we need to get back to what made us successful, cocaine and hookers. I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of what they were known for off the field. It's like, it's funny how, like, we joked about, like, the Giants and their boat party thing back in the day, when I was like, gosh, boat party, that sounds tame compared to some of the stuff those guys used to do. It's like, you all think, oh, the Giants did a boat party. I'm like, the Cowboys used to do cocaine and hookers. And it was a well-known fact. That's a bigger old nothing burger. The pain is getting pretty horrible. Oh, that sucks. He almost murdered his own teammate over nothing. Yeah, Irvin was crazy. I mean, I'm glad he's, cleaned himself up, but the dude was not well, to say the least. He was not well. Okay, so we got our large Sylvian Boil. Ooh, the Blade Balancer. That's actually pretty good. We could get that here soon. And what's this? Max Integrity, also good. Hopefully get enough of that. So for the sepsis, but the antibiotics can only do so much and they start becoming harmful. That sucks. They did degenerate stuff. They had orgies in a party house. Yeah. You're talking about the era of football that I started with. And Dallas was like the first team I saw win the Super Bowl was Washington. Dallas's dynasty started like right after that. Ow. I had no idea that Troy Aikman briefly dated Sandra Bullock. I actually didn't know that either, because whoever was dating wasn't always like a big piece of news, but I guess that doesn't surprise me. He was, Troy Aikman was a good-looking guy. She was kind of hitting her early age peak. So I guess that doesn't surprise me. Sandra Bullock had that period of time where she was kind of like the, you know, America's sweetheart. She had that kind of status. And to Sandra Bullock's credit, I guess we could. She also had a rare revival that a lot of actresses don't get. You know, and part of it's because she stayed good looking for, you know, a good while. You know, she aged pretty well. That helps. Oof, one of these places already. My gosh. Testing me early, y'all. These levels are hard enough as it is. Let's see. Combat. We got our vial. Okay, we'll do it. We'll get in. Oh my gosh. Out. I got a lot of Bobolites here. Oh, one of you all. Yeah, I know Enzo's been pushing Eddington. I haven't watched it yet myself. Yeah, got him. Oh, it's you. Alright, what's gonna be the last round of this little challenge area? Oh my gosh! The kamikaze ones. Yeah, I remember them making that attempt, which is, I'm like, give me a break. Troy Aikman is about as clean cut as it would get. Oh. Hey, what's going on, Blue Collar? How you doing, man? So, Neza 2. I don't know if it's the biggest Chinese film of all time, but the IMAX screening, it's hands down the most beautiful animation I have ever seen, and I'm not exaggerating. Wow. Yeah, I'm willing to watch Neza 2. It's just I don't believe what I'm hearing from the box office reports. I'm like, it seems a little sus. This movie's made $1.9 billion, $1.8 billion of it in China, which has never even come close to reaching those kind of numbers by itself. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna call BS on this one. Wound Seekers. Alright. What is this? Obolites 2 seconds longer, reduces proficiency. Nah. Obolites are already sticking around a good amount of time, and I got 460 of them too. Here. That's pretty good. Hello, Mozart. How are you today? Little Mo. Alright, let's head over here. We got one key. And we still need 2 more. Alright. So. We're gonna go... Sorry, this game is reusing Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty music. The game I'm playing? This came out before Phantom Liberty. Are they counting that as yen? No, no. Yen is very little money. The yen is not very much. That's cool. Maybe the composer's the same. There's a lot of you all. Not you all in the chat, these enemies. They do be show. Okay, I lifted the lockdown. Alright, but I swear the last hour sequence is just a 1 hour battle scene, and at one point I almost got battle fatigue. Oh wow. Nice. I mean, I'm curious about whether or not it's good, but so I'll give it a look, but yeah, I just... Box office numbers? Oh, we sus. We sus. Returnal composer is Bobby. Click the Phantom Liberty is PT. I was like, oh, okay. Maybe they served at similar schools. Who knows? I have no idea. But I do know Returnal. I'm fairly sure Returnal came out first. Because Returnal was actually among the very first games I bought for my PS5, and I'm pretty sure Phantom Liberty came out a bit further into the lifespan. This game, I think, was 2021, I want to say. Up now, he said the budget for Ian is 80 million US, which would be 600 million. Yeah, the China lies about its population wouldn't be much to lie about the box. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I think these are self-reported numbers, and I think it's a load of crap. That's my guess.
Wait as long as eternity to reach it.
Well, that's a neat little object here. It's only out 2 years before Phantom Liberty. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I was like, I wasn't sure if Phantom Liberty was 2022 or 2023, but I was like, I'm fairly positive this was first. Whee! What is this? A Xenotech site. Slows down time when aiming with alt fire. Has to recharge after every activation. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Give you time to aim down your special attack. That's cool. I like it. I like it. Okay. Oh! Thought that thing was moving faster. Upcoming malfunctions have harder fixed requirements. Dropped obolites. 2 seconds faster. Not worth it. Nothing. I see health somewhere nearby, but I'm not sure if it's going to be the good or the bad. Well, it looks like it's on this bottom rung where I'm at. Not down there. Maybe it's on the other side of that. Maybe. Yeah, this is just putting us back where we were in the first place. Let's see. Explore these areas a wee bit more, just to make sure. Maybe it's in the other room. I'm just seeing the other side of the map. Actually, I think that is what it is. I think that'd be what it be. Yeah, I'm looking at the underwater. What have we here? Energy manipulator. Using a consumable briefly increases protection by 10%. Okay, cool. Cool. Spoiled resin. No thanks. Can't go down there yet. What about up there? Can I go up there? There is a thing. Matthew McConaughey will star in the new... Yeah, I saw that. That has me interested because season 1 of True Detective legitimately is one of the best pieces of television ever. Holy crap. I could see why Lance is live. Let me check. Yeah, Lance, I mean, he was live earlier. He was doing his interview. He was doing an interview. Aha, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Ah, there we go. Weapons Harvester Data Cube. Deposit into machine device to permanently unlock the... Okay. Well, whatever it is. I hope it's neat. After this key area, I will have to wrap up, just so you know. Flee! Fly, you fool! Zoom around, do some killing. Need to heal just to be safe. I think there's one more. Yep, it's a turret. We got a turret. Booyah. No. What's this? What's this? Weapon simulated, 100% inhibits movement. No, I didn't really care much for that. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Let's see. This looks like something's below. Aha, there it is. I see it. Ah, shit. It's not one of the major keys, but it's a key, and keys are helpful. We can work with keys. That's some eerie sound. Alright, where's the door in relation to me? That's straight ahead. And to the right. Another... well, that's a proficiency. Or weapon damage increase. Oh my gosh, there's weapons and enemies. Oh dear. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. Now there are none of them. Run towards it. No, I didn't get it. That's fine. We did away with them. That's what matters. I will not tolerate Andor slander. Gives major praise for Andor, unforgivably the lesson of the best political thriller maybe ever. I don't think he's slandering Andor so much. He's just maybe either noting that there's a bit of hyperbole there, or that it's just Pedro Pascal. Maybe it's the whole idea of it being, oh, it's a political thriller, but I mean, I have no idea. I haven't watched Andor yet, but I've heard good things about Andor, almost exclusively, unless you're Melvin, and no offense to Melvin, like Melvin a lot, but his media takes leave much to be desired. I think Pedro Pascal slander should be encouraged. For one thing, it's not even really slander when you think about it. It's just objective statements, I think. Is it a political thriller? All right. I know I'm looking forward to watching it now. Now that it's got 2 seasons of apparent good quality on its resume, I'm like, all right, I'm looking forward to it. There we go. Ugh, that was annoying. And if Pedro being gross with women, I mean, yeah, that's what he. Oh, he's just got anxiety. 20% chance not to lose a consumable on use. 1 additional kill required to increase adrenaline levels. I think that's kind of okay. That's not a bad one. Come on, give me that key. Oh my gosh. Okay. Don't you did the exact same crap the girls thought. Oh, poor guy. Oh, gosh. They're consenting adults. I would probably, yeah, I'd probably do what I assume you did, Moosh. What do we got here? Two-way radio. Nice. Survive a killing blow. That's worth it. Mofo tried to kamikaze me. I will definitely take a shield. Shields are always good. Yep, that definitely sounds like some woman brain stuff, that's for sure. He's just got anxiety. It's like, no, you're just retarded. You should have gone to her the next day. It's like, babe, our argument gave me anxiety, and the doctor said boob grabs are the lone cure, I'm afraid. So, prop him up. Need some boob. Alright, I will take the obolites we're getting. Weird how he only got anxious around cute girls. I mean, truth be told, that is sort of understandable, because I think that is I think most guys, if they're nervous around girls, it would be the cute ones. My question is, what did he look like? Because, like, the surprising thing is if they would let an ugly dude do that. Oh dear. Kill him! Okay. I think that will get us the key we want. I don't want that. I'll take a nullification sphere. That is good. They penalized me for detaching that one, so that sucks. My suit integrity did go up, so that is good. Blah, 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 blah. Not ugly, I wouldn't say, but not attractive. I'd dox him if I remembered his last name. He's probably in jail for SA at this point. Yeah, because I think women, once they hit a certain age, they're only going to let men they find good-looking do that kind of thing. Or rich ones. It's got to be a benefit. It's not going to be chalked up to mere empathy. Slash retardation. Alright, we'll go ahead and boost our integrity. Because of course. Yeah. And we can see melee kills generate energy blasts. No. Yes, please. We'll take it. Alright, so we're going to have one room to go. And we will be back tomorrow with more Returnal. I appreciate you all joining me tonight. In about a little under 3 hours, I will be over on Plot Strikes Back. We will be talking episode 4 of Alien Earth Yahoo. But thankfully, we'll be done with it at that point, because we're not continuing with it. So that is good. That is good. We're happy about that. But I do hope to see you all there, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. And until then, good night, God bless, and Godspeed.